Welcome to Tabletop Battle Adventures, July 21st, 1861, 10:40 a.m., Turn 2, Part 3. For all the details, you'll have to watch Part 1. We are fighting the first battle of Manassas, BullRun. So a lot of action to get to. Scan the battlefield. It will be a Union order dice. So much action going on. Colonel Burnside's brigade moving down the Manassas Sudley Road, the 1st Brigade in a huge flanking attack by 2 divisions of the Federal Army of Northeast Virginia. Their surprise was foiled by Captain Porter Alexander, General Beauregard's chief signal operator, who used wigwag signal form to inform the commander of the 7th Brigade, Colonel Evans, that the Union flanking attack was headed his way. He is the far left defense of the Army of the Potomac, commanded by P.G.T. Beauregard. And here's the stone bridge. This is the Rock Road, where most of the rebel reinforcements, I think all rebel reinforcements, will be coming from. The road that goes across the stone bridge and heads this direction is the Warrington Turnpike. And this road here that intersects the Warrington Turnpike is the Manassas Sudley Road. And that's where the Union flanking attack is coming from. And we will get to the action. I suppose I can tell you this is Matthews Hill, for those unfamiliar with the battle. This is Buck Hill, where the rebels set up their defenses. The Stone House, that's a tavern. Of course, Evans is set up there. The Robinson House, this is Henry House Hill, Chin Ridge, and Dogan Ridge. Now, first, order dice to the Union forces. And if I didn't mention, you'll have to watch Part 1 of this turn for all of the details. My daughter, General McLilly, will be commanding the Federal forces, and I will be commanding the Rebel forces. And General McLilly's first order dice, she's going to give to Colonel Ambrose E. Burnside, and she's going to put him on ambush so that next turn she'll be able to roll off for ambush, and whoever wins the ambush roll-off gets to act before, well, first, having the initiative for the next turn. So, Colonel Burnside on ambush. Correction from last turn, or excuse me, last part. The 4th South Carolina here, they're digging in, so half of their soldiers are not able to fire, which I did follow that rule, but the other half should have an advance order active since they are advancing through the woods collecting the trees and other fortifications so they can create fortifications along their line here. Same thing is true for this 12-pound howitzer. Okay, I corrected the mistake. There's a corporal that has the advance order for the 4th South Carolina, and a corporal, or rather some soldiers near the limber for the number 12 cannon 12-pound howitzer, and they're on advance order also. The other half went down in this unit, the half of the soldiers that were going to fire the cannon. And now on to the next order dice. Rebel dice. Headquarters special unit. Lieutenant, who's a guide, he's going to receive an advance order. He's going to head up onto Dogan Ridge. There he is, and he's able. One of his specialties is he's able to have a one unit on his advance order is able to perform an advance, a run, some kind of a movement, and including unlimbering of the 12-pound howitzer. So we are now going to unlimber. The way that works is they have to unlimber within the area that their unit already is positioned. Another mistake I made last time I fired my howitzer was this howitzer was supposed to roll back 1 inch to represent the recoil. We'll do that now. There we go. We've got the number 11 gun from the second section of the Lynchburg Artillery unlimbered. Now the lieutenant can give out 2 order dice. He is going to order he has 6-inch range. He's going to order the squadron of 30th Virginia Cavalry, led by Captain Terry, to advance. 3 of the men are actually going to remount their horses so that they can move the horses a little bit more into a safe area since we have Burnside's brigade coming forward. And the rest of the squadron of 30th Virginia Cavalry is going to advance along the base of the Dogan Ridge in the forest and then maybe fire. The lieutenant guide ordered the squadron of 30th Virginia Cavalry led by Captain Alexander. So 1 soldier mounted a horse. He's guiding 2 horses. Then another soldier jumped on this horse, guiding 2 horses. But for this turn, all they were able to do, they won't be able to move because they advanced to the horse. They had to grab the reins of all the horses, 2 extra horses each. And then there's 1 horse that, since there's 10 soldiers in this squadron, there's 1 horse that will not be able to move. It'll have to stay here. So we'll have this 1 soldier with 2 horses, fully painted soldier with 2 horses, and then at the end, soldier with 2 horses. And then there's the 1 horse in the middle. Nobody has under control. Now we're going to open fire. So the carbines have the assault special rule. They do not suffer a -1 when moving and shooting. The officer is in range, Captain Alexander. He'll be able to shoot his revolver. Well, let's double check that. He is out of range. And also the shotgun soldier here, center screen, he's out of range. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbines firing, and 1 soldier with a rifled musket. So here we go. I made a new rule book for this particular game. So we're going to turn to the book now and check it out for the Sharps carbine. 60-inch range, 2 shots. It has the assault. Oh, and it's rifled, so no long range penalty. And assault, which means no -1 when moving and shooting. And then as for the rifled musket, 72-inch range, but only 1 shot. So we'll get 8 shots from the 4 carbines and 1 shot from the rifled musket. No long range penalty for either. And we'll see if there will be a -1 for the rifled muskets fire for movement. Okay, no one's in long range. The soldier with the rifled musket, center screen, he's going to get a -1 because of movement. And then we're going to give General McLilly's Yankees here in the 71st New York Burnside Brigade, we're going to give them soft cover since the majority of them is behind the fencing. So it'll be for the soldier with the rifled musket, it'll be movement 4, soft cover 5. And for the carbines, it will be soft cover 4s. General McLilly, I've got 8 shots hitting on 4s on your 71st New York, and I've got 1 shot hitting on 5s. If you go down, though, you will not be able to bring an artillery in here.
I don't go down.
Okay, here we go. So we need the 4s for the white dice, just for soft cover. And for the brown dice, 5s for soft cover and movement penalty. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. A couple of these soldiers are Company A, which means had I detached them, they would have been able to be sharpshooters. I've detached one Company A soldier, just off topic, but right here. Or it's on topic. There's a Company A soldier I detached from my squadron of 30th Virginia Cavalry over here, who is now going to be able to act as a sharpshooter. All right, so now we got one stress marker on the 71st New York. This is a learning game, by the way, so my daughter and I are going to set the pace at learning level. I wrote these rules over the last year and a half, and so we're having to look up the rules as we go. All right, here we go. And wounded on 4s, dead on 5s and 6s. Ooh, we got 3 kills. We must consult the rules for the Yankees. Special rule. Manpower. When a unit has a soldier or soldiers killed, roll a d6 for each soldier killed. A roll of a 6, the soldier is not killed. Okay, General McLilly, needing 6s. Oh, all dead. The 3 soldiers fall in the front rank, killed. 71st New York. Great shooting. Now these soldiers are no longer hidden, though. I suppose the captain, Alexander, and the soldier with the shotgun are hidden, but they're all in one unit, and they are in skirmish formation, by the way, which is a -1 to hit. Excellent. Okay, and actually, I think that the lieutenant, the guide, would have used both of his order dice because he ordered Captain Alexander's, including Captain Alexander's 7 men to advance this way and to fire, but he also ordered these 3 men to mount the horses over here. So I think we're going to have to count that as his second order dice because we divided our command. Unless they're all within... They are within... I think that's considering dividing command. General McLilly, do you think this is considered dividing the command because I had 3 men jump on their horses and the other 7 come this way? Yeah. Okay. All right, there we go. These 3 soldiers with the horses are in one unit, and these 7 soldiers that are firing on the 71st New York. General McLilly is going to order the 2nd New Hampshire to advance forward. This is their second order dice. Each regiment of cavalry and infantry has 2 order dice per regiment. They will advance forward. They have no orders test necessary. The Yankees trampled our Virginia corn. But this area within the fenced-in cornfield will still be considered rough ground when traveling through, even when the corn has been removed because it's been destroyed by trample. But we'll remember that these are cornfields. Okay, now you can fire your smoothbore muskets at my 12-pound howitzer, but I'm hidden. I haven't fired yet. So because these woods, I'm hidden behind these woods. The woods are supposed to cover up the hill some. So you can shoot them. But these men that did shoot, you know about them, so you can shoot them, and it'd probably be on better than 7s for sure. Maybe 5s or 6s. What would you like to do?
Shoot at those stupid rabbits.
Okay. You'll have to take an orders test because you're firing gray on gray because of our silly uniforms. Ooh, you passed. All right, the 2nd New Hampshire is equipped with... The Company B has Burnside carbines, so they'll have 2 shots each. And then she has the other 10 soldiers who can fire have smoothbore muskets. But I'm in skirmish formation, so the buck and ball I don't believe will be an issue. Okay, so the 4 green dice will be the Burnside carbines from 2 soldiers from Company B. And then the other 10 will be single shots that are smoothbore. But yeah, all of the hits, because I'm in cover and I'm in skirmish formation, so the buck and ball will not have effect. Got to be in line formation to hit me. So what you need is your carbines. There's no movement penalty. So those green dice, you'll need 3s. And then skirmish formation, 4s. Let's look at the book. Let's check out our... So you are not long range. You're within 18 inches. Fire on the move, so -1. So your white dice will be, from the smoothbore muskets, will be hitting on a 4 for moving. And then soft cover, 5s. And skirmishing, 6s. Okay? And then your green dice will be on 5s. White dice on 6s, green dice on 5s. 2, 3, 4 hits. Those Yankees are shooting at us. Okay, General McLily is going to roll for buck and ball on her white dice to hit, because that was from a smoothbore musket firing buck and ball. So D2 hits. This, if you roll a 4, 5, 6 with just your white dice, then you get 2 hits instead of 1. It turns into 2. Ugh. Okay, so your 1 hit with the smoothbore musket turned into 2, and then you have your 2 hits from the carbine, right? So roll again. Wounding on 4s, killing on 5s and 6s. Oh, killed and a wound. Okay, I killed the man with the rifled musket. Okay, can you roll 1d6 to see how many turns till my wounded soldier bleeds out? Rudolph's gonna roll this time. 4 turns. All right, we got our soldier wounded down there in the front, bleeding out 4 turns, and the soldier with the rifled musket is dead. There we go. Nice shooting. General McLily and I just realized we forgot to add the smoke from my fire, which would have made it the smoothbore musket that landed the 6 to hit would have needed a 7, because we made a rule that if you fire through the smoke, that it's a -1 to hit. So here goes that needing a 6 again. Okay, so that's a miss. So that means it would have been 1 hit with the carbine, because there was a 6 and a 5. So now it's 1 hit. Let's Lily, how about General McLily? How about we let you keep one of my wounded dead guys? Okay, I'll roll a dice on a 1, 2, 3. It's a wounded guy. On a 4, 5, 6, it's the dead guy that stays. Dead guy. Congratulations. So I'm going to remove the wound, okay? There we go. Okay, so we got one dead soldier in the 30th Virginia. You'll notice these brown D6s and green D6s, brown for the Rebels and green for the Yankees. And this dice says 4, and that's because they just fired 2 shots with their carbines, and so now they have 4 more shots before they need to reload. And you'll notice the green D6 that showed a 1 is gone from the 2nd New Hampshire because they fired, so now they're unloaded. And if I was to fire at the 2nd New Hampshire, I would also get a -1 for the smoke. We are going to end it there for today. We've got farm animals to go play with, don't we?
And bread to make.
That was an epic fight. 1 more 30th Virginia soldier killed. We'll be getting back to action in about 3 days. A lot of fighting still to do. Just in the beginning of the epic struggle here in Virginia. First Manassas BullRun. So next time it'll be a federal dice. Long live the rebels. What do you have to say for yourself, General McLilly? All right, 3 more days. We'll get back to the action.
The Yankees are forever.